All right, guys. Welcome to the show here. Welcome to a bonus episode. Yeah, ping on that. We haven't been on for a while, guys. A hot minute actually. Um, just been caught up doing a whole bunch of things, guys. The show has gotten a new name, actually, believe it or not. Um, we are no longer the Patriot Angle podcast. We are now calling our show Savaged Unfiltered. That's right, guys. We got a brand new show, rebranding for the uh, season three here of Savaged Unfiltered. So no longer Patriot Angle podcast, going with a new name that fits the show a lot better, guys. So, with that being said, guys, let's get the show started. I want to get into just crazy stuff that's been going on in the political world. Getting into the press secretary flip floppy. We've heard for the last couple of years. The Biden administration calling Donald Trump a racist and this and that. Guys, we got a lot here on the show. I want to get into that. I also want to get into Donald Trump literally slamming the Biden administration, saying it's now or never with that. I also want to get into the Alex Jones story. What's going on with Alex Jones? A lot here on the show, guys, coming at you. Savaged, unfiltered, guys. Don't touch the dial. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show, guys. I want to get into this story here. Uh, with that, I want to get into the Alex Jones. What the hell is going on with Alex Jones, guys? Alex Jones. It's a touching story, guys. Last week we've seen exactly what was going on with Alex Jones, with the whole scenario of just uh, the Sandy Hook scenario, right? I mean, they're dragging this out like it's crazy, literally dragging it out, guys. Uh, but guys, I'm gonna play this clip here, and then you can be the one to judge this with Alex Jones, guys. And he's right. I mean, he's right. Check this clip out.
The country don't show up for the trial, or they get caught doing criminal things like paying off a judge or something. They have taken my right for a jury to decide if I'm guilty, and now a judge tells a jury that I'm guilty, and they're trying to hide that from the jury. And during the jury questioning, they were really confused and kept asking, well, I thought you're innocent until proven guilty in criminal or civil trial. And she goes, well, this is a special case. I say he's guilty. She read that to the jury. I say Alex Jones is guilty. And now you're going to decide how guilty he is. And then they get up there and put all these edited videos out completely out of context. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And this is the weaponization of the judiciary. It's absolutely horrifying. This is a witch hunt. This is a show trial. This will go down in history as one of the greatest show trials ever to happen, not just here.
It will, guys. It's going to go down as the biggest show trial of 2022. Alex Jones literally fired up. I mean, guys, he's fired up. He's fired up because he feels that his free speech is being attacked, on all levels. Which I agree with him. I agree with him. Another one came out late last week. The great pastor of Tennessee, Greg Locke, out there in what was that, Middle Central Tennessee. He's getting a lot of turmoil. Saying free speech. I mean, it's being attacked on every single level, every single ground level. And when is it gonna end? When is it gonna end? Guys, I want to bring in here a good friend of here on the show. Rob from 420 VIPs. We're going to bring him into the mix here just to see exactly what's his thoughts here. Hopefully he's there. See a lot of background there. So we're going to bring Rob into the mix here. Rob, man, what's your thoughts on this this whole scenario? You think Alex Jones is guilty? Do you think he's innocent? Like, what's your thoughts, man? Rob, you there? Well, we're having some difficulties with Rob, but hopefully we can get him back on. Here's the thing, guys. I think Alex Jones makes a good point. It's all a clown show. I mean, we're seeing one clown show after the next, and it's just, when is it going to end? When is it going to end? We're seeing it left and right with this Biden administration. For years, for the last 4 fucking years, we had to hear, oh, Donald Trump is trying to divide us. Donald Trump is trying to kill the economy. Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. But, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I want to plug this clip in here from Greg Locke. Greg Locke made a good point, guys. Check this out.
Hey guys, Pastor Greg Locke here. All I have to say is, well, here we are. We told you that this was going to happen. We've been banging this drum and we have been blowing the alarm for a while. This monkeypox nonsense now today has gone full-blown hysteria mode. We've heard a little bit of rumblings about it the last few weeks, really the last couple of months, gearing up to what we knew was going to be, let's do everything we can in our governmental nonsensical power to stop the midterms, and that's what they're going to do. So today, the World Health Organization, the organization that we have surrendered some of our national sovereignty to, has now declared not a national, but an international crisis because of monkeypox. And I say this is total, what I like to coin the phrase as BS, biblical stupidity. I cannot believe that people are going to swallow this nonsense hook, line, and sinker. This is foolishness, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have to say, in parentheses, everything in this video is my humble opinion, but it's a very strong factual opinion. But, YouTube and Facebook and everybody wants to can me when I get up and say something bold. But now here we are, monkeypox, World Health Organization, an international crisis. No, it is not. So I'm just going to go on record and let you know. Here's what they want to do. They're going for the next round of lockdowns. We've been telling you that it's coming. And sad to say, some businesses, some churches, and some people are going to believe it and going to go back into isolation, back into depressive, anxiety-filled lockdowns and ruin the economy again, as if the Biden administration has not done already enough. But not only that, now they're going to say, you got to obey the government. Okay, government knows best. No, government does not know best. Okay, government does not know best. You ought to read a history book and figure that out. And then they're going to say, just live in fear. That's what they want. Don't live in faith. You need to live in fear. Use your common sense. Follow the science. Follow the science. Yeah, like men can get pregnant, Google. What kind of science is that? But nonetheless, that's a whole another video for another time. They want you to live in fear. But here's what's coming. Mark my words. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's close the churches. Let's close the churches. And these sellout preachers are going to do it again. 95% of the churches in America were closed during the COVID debacle. They're going to close down for this monkeypox. I say send on all the monkeys. You can send on all the monkeys, okay? I'm tired of all this foolishness. I've had a gut full of it. We are not closing our church. Not today, not tomorrow, and not if monkeypox breaks out all over the world in every single neighborhood on the planet. We are not closing the doors of our church for more of this pandemic, made-up, governmental-driven nonsense. We are not. Wake up, people. I get sick of people saying, well, if I was alive during the time of Hitler, let me tell you what I would have done then. No. You would have done then what many of you are doing now, which is jack sprat, absolutely nothing. The time for talk is over. It is time to stand up and push back and say, we've had a gutful. Absolutely no more. So let me tell you something. I ain't masking up. I didn't do it the first round. I'm not doing it the second round. I'm not doing that nonsense. We're not masking up people in our church. We put up a sign last time. We got all kind of trouble. Oh, my goodness, Greg Locke said they're a campus of faith, not fear. We are. Okay, we're not tolerating masks. We're not closing the doors of our church. We're not locking down. I'm going to make you a promise right now. And I love you, but I love the Lord more than I love you. So I'm going to tell you something right now. Because of my commitment to the gospel, and my commitment to Hebrews 10:25, the local church, the family of the local church, because of my commitment to Jesus, let me tell you something. They will roll tanks into our parking lot, Cobra helicopters, and thousands of soldiers before we will ever even remotely close the doors of our church. And then we're going to fight and not do it. We are not shutting down over this monkeypox stupidity. They're trying to steal another election, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up. Good grief. If you are still as naive the second go round as you were the first go round, my goodness, you deserve the deception that's coming your way. Because God said in 2 Thessalonians that in the last days, people would believe this lie. They would believe this deception. And now the World Health Organization, World Health, they know Jack Sprat about health, in my humble opinion. And here the professionals, the scientists have declared a national, an international emergency over monkeypox. We told you that it was coming. And when they declare an international crisis, that means that they control everything. The food chain is going to collapse. Transportation is going to collapse. Inflation is going to rise. It's not going to get better. We've been telling you, prepare, prepare, prepare. We are not QAnon conspiracy theorists. Okay, at this point, we need some new conspiracy theories because all of ours have come true. So I'm just going to go on record and tell you, we didn't shut down the first time. We're not shutting down the second time. So when you need a good Bible preaching, fired up, Holy Ghost filled church to go to, 2060 Old Lebanon Dirt Road, Mount Juliet, Tennessee. It's not been dirt for 50 years, but come on. 2060 Old Lebanon Dirt Road, Mount Juliet, Tennessee, 10:30 on Sundays, 6 o'clock for full-blown deliverance service on Sunday night, 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, and we'll go every night and every day of the week if we have to accommodate the thousands of people that are coming and that continue to come. Look, we baptized over 4,000 converts in a horse trough in a burning hot and freezing cold tent the last 2 years. And I say to God be the glory. We're going to baptize 4,000 more converts during this monkeypox nonsense. We're not going for it. It was stupid then. It's stupid now. Okay? Think about this. We are handing over our nation, our families, our businesses, our churches, our faith, our schools, our children, for God's sake. We are handing all of this over because a buck-wild, demon-possessed, out-of-control, tyrannical government decides what we can and what we cannot do with our life. That's not biblical. That's far from constitutional. That's not even logical, ladies and gentlemen. And there's nothing scientific about this. I'm not living in fear. I'm living in faith. I'm not obeying a government. I'm obeying God. I am not going on any lockdown. Our family's not going to lock down. We're going to live our life, and we are not, come hell or high water, we are not going to close down the doors of our church. I don't care what Joe Biden says, okay? I don't care what any of these people say. And Democrats can say what they want to. The Republicans can say what they want to. We are not closing the doors of our church. Not today, not next week, not next month, not in 6 months. I don't care how bad it gets. I don't care if there's a stinking nuclear attack. God forbid, but I am not closing the doors of this church. Now, we won't be the only one open in America, but we might be the only one of 10 or 20 open in America. I got some good friends that have a rod, iron, steel backbone that are going to stand up. And hopefully some of these cowardly pastors will get their skinny jeans off and hop in a pulpit and say, you know what? We went out on round one, but we're not going to do it on round two. And stand up. We already know Andy Stanley and some of these, foo-foo cotton candy preachers are not going to do it. But at the end of the day, we're staying open, okay? I don't care if that chap's the height of the devil. I don't care how mad that makes you. I don't care what people think. They can call me Jim Jones. They can call me an insurrectionist. They can call me whatever they want to. Oh, he's the next David Koresh. No, I'm just going to stand up and say, we are not closing down, okay? Let me say that again. We are not closing down. Monkeypox, giraffe pox, elephant pox, chicken pox, okay? We ain't closing down for none of the pox, okay? We're not, okay? We are not giving into this. I ain't masking all up, looking like some silly little sheep. No. I ain't doing it on airplanes. I ain't doing it in the streets. We ain't doing it at this church. We sure ain't gonna do it at this church. If the whole world masks up, you ain't wearing masks up in this church. I'm sick of it. If you're under some kind of doctor's orders and cancer treatment, we know who you are. It's all good. But a bunch of protesters show up here with a bunch of masks over this monkeypox nonsense. No, not playing these games. I didn't play it the first time, and I, for stinking sure, ain't going to play it the second time. I'm more bold now than I've ever been. I'm digging my heels in. We're not quitting. We're not closing. We're not going to stop. So share this video or don't. It don't really matter. They'll probably try to take it down anyhow. But I'm telling you, Don't believe it. They're going to say close the churches. I say open the churches. They're going to say live in fear. I say live in faith. They're going to say obey the government. I'm going to say that you ought to obey God over the government. They're going to say lock down. I'm going to say live your life. Good grief. Take your kids to the park. Go on vacation. Go to church. Go to the movies, right? Go to a restaurant. Go a couple of times a week just to push back. Go support local businesses. Don't believe this foolishness. It is deceptive, demonic influences that are causing this. Okay? There is no global pandemic of monkeypox, just like there was no first round global pandemic. It wasn't then, it's not now. I don't care how mad that makes you. Look, people, we know the facts. The numbers were skewed. We have been lied to. And the fact that people like being lied to shows us that biblical prophecy is coming true. Some people would rather, many people, in fact, would rather believe a lie because it makes them comfortable. Well, if you can sleep with yourself in the middle of the night and believe a lie, great. But I can't know the truth and not tell it. And I know the truth. And the truth is, I'm not believing this nonsense. And so I'm blowing the horn. Bang, 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 bang. I'm beating the drum. I'm turning up the microphone. And I'm going to preach the word of the living God. And nobody is going to stop us. The gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. So Biden and monkeypox aren't going to do it. Okay, what they need to do is keep discovering all the wicked, nefarious, ungodly, low-down, demonic pedophilia all over Hunter's laptop and his cell phone and quit worrying about monkeypox, right? What they ought to do is clean up the White House. That's what they need to do. They need to clean up the White House and quit worrying about your house, quit worrying about my house, and quit worrying about God's house. But at this point, you better hear me, and you better hear me well. I'm fired up. I'm going to be in rare form in the morning as I preach the word of the living God. I've got a story from the Old Testament on my heart that's been birthed in me, and that was before the WHO, World Health Organization, declared an international crisis. Well, I'm declaring an international crisis of stupidity if you believe this stuff. So we're open today, we're open tomorrow, we're going to stay open, and nobody, not even the devil himself, no one is going to stop us from worshiping God. Stop living in fear. Start living in faith.
Wow. All I could say was that man was on fire. And guys, I normally, you should know me by now for those who have been listening to me for the last 3 years here on this show, whether it was the Patriot Angle podcast or now our new rebranded name, Savage Unfiltered. Guys, if you see me plugging in a video that's well over like 2, 3 going into 5 minutes, I'm giving that person the floor. I'm giving them their respected time. There probably are. He's right. They're probably going to take down the video. They're probably going to remove it. They're probably going to fact check it. They're probably going to do this and probably do that. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is, right, guys? It is what it is. That was Pastor Greg Locke out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. You can Google him. He's a very, very great pastor. And I'm telling you right now, guys, I'd love to have him on my show. Pastor Greg Locke, if you listen to my show or if you see my show, again, whether it was the Patriot Angle podcast or now Savage Unfiltered, please reach out to me through the show, through anchor.fm. Leave me a message on there. I'd love to have you on my show, buddy. I'd love to interview you and get your story, and the church is intact on every level. It is. I'm not going to doubt that or disagree with that. It is, and it's a shame of what this administration and others, the radical left, are literally doing every single day. Donald Trump was right, and I think we should listen to him more and more. Speaking of Donald Trump, did everybody see exactly what went down at his rally last week? I'm going to plug that video in. It's not as lengthy as this one that I just did for Pastor Greg Locke, but Pastor Greg Locke did literally deserve that 5-minute plug-in. But before I do that, guys, I got to get a quick break in from one of the sponsors. Be right back, guys.
Hang around the Hulu Motel and you start to realize everybody's into something.
Can't you see he's such a boss?
There are those whose theories have theories.
obviously the cat guy. It's always the cat guy.
Others live to chase the thrill. But no matter what you're into, Hulu has it all. No questions asked. 'Cause hey, who am I to judge?
Huzzah.
Alrighty, guys, back here on the show of shows. Guys, I want to get into this Donald Trump story. Donald Trump literally calling out the Biden administration, literally saying the same thing, just like how we had Pastor Greg Locke here on the show, the video plugin. I want to say one thing here, guys. This is going to be a bonus episode. A lot of our bonus episodes are very short, savage brief. And, on the savage brief, guys, I want to make it brief here and short and simple. What is going on with this Biden administration? Like, what is their main objective? What are they trying to get out of here, out of the American people? Trump literally calling the shots now of just different things here, saying that our country has literally bent the knee. Well, what does he mean by that? What does he mean by bent the knee? Have we given up on our sovereignty? Have we given up on our faith as a nation, as a country? But we're still seeing the same thing that we've been seeing for the longest time now in this country. We're seeing people giving up. We're seeing people lose faith in elections. We're seeing a lot. I think that's what Donald Trump's message was. Check this clip out, guys. Short little clip here.
Economic, social, and attack on civilization itself is not quickly reversed. Newt Gingrich, friend of mine who's in our audience, told me this morning that our country has not been this weak in terms of prestige and relative economics and respect since the Civil War. And yet, there is time for us to bring America back from the brink. It's at the brink. Got to bring it back from the brink. We gather today on the verge of a historic midterm election. The American people are poised to reject the failed reign of Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the radical left in a momentous landslide. This is an incredible opportunity. This November, the people are going to vote to stop the destruction of our country, and they're going to vote to rescue America's future.
Guys, America is it's literally on life support. It is. And when you have people such as the idiots in charge that are running this clown show, what I've been calling it for the last 3 years, or at least the last year and a half since Joe Biden taken office. Listen, talk about, this new variant now, or pandemic of monkeypox, or, chicken pox, or whatever type of pox they come out with. We just had to deal with COVID for the last damn near 2 years. Like, what else are they going to stick on us? But this is the society, folks. The sick, deranged society. When is it going to end? When is it going to end? When you hear stuff like this.
We are not finishing a wall. We are cleaning up the mess that the prior administration made. We are trying to save lives.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed in my administration.
Oh boy. Speechless, guys. That's what I am. I'm speechless of stuff that I see here. Flip flop administration. That's what I'm starting to call this administration, a flip floppy administration. Now, anybody see the news that the Department of Justice now, the cronies that were picked by Biden are now going after the Trump administration with the whole January 6th committee. Stupid crap, folks. Crap. It is. It's crap in a handbasket. Ay. I tell you, folks, when is it going to stop? When is the mess going to come to an end? You know, I'd like to think it comes to an end soon. I like to think that, everything just goes back to normal. We don't have to deal with shit constantly. We don't have to deal with crazy, delusional presidents that should have never taken office. But that's what you get, folks. Unfortunately, that's what you get. Now, guys, I'm going to close it out here. I wanted to come on and give you an update. Mainly, this show is about an update, a huge update here on the show, rebranding our show to the Savaged Unfiltered. It's basically has a new name, a new image, some new graphics coming into the show, some new stuff, guys. As we are a podcast of everything, we normally don't do political podcasts. We do other avenues, so to speak. We're starting to get into other topics and everything else. So I think that's why we had to discuss the name change. But guys, it's good stuff. As I close this out, guys, I want to remind everybody to please follow and hit that like button, guys. Follow us on TikTok, Savaged Unfiltered, guys. Check me out on TikTok. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook. It's all the same handle, so it's easy to find, guys. And also, too, guys, follow me on Anchor.fm at Savaged Unfiltered. Some great content coming out of there on our friends there at Anchor.fm. I want to remind everybody to join us tomorrow morning as we will have another episode of Sauce and myself on the show tomorrow morning. It's going to be a very, very early morning. Me and Sauce are going to have the coffee out for us. So some good stuff, guys. We're going to get into some really good topics tomorrow. I think you're going to be really, really impressed by the topics and everything else. It's going to be the first show of myself and Sauce in almost a month. Give or take. We've had some crazy busy schedules, guys. But guys, I'm gonna take off here, and I want to thank everybody who did to the whether it was the audio or the video package here on Rumble and Twitch. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, guys. Thank you.